Good morning, friends. Earlier we studied about introduction to electromagnetism. In this chapter, we covered basic principle of this chapter. Now, today, this is the sixth lecture, and we are going to learn about Maxwell equation. Very important topic of this chapter, Maxwell equation. This is not only for engineering student; it is also very beneficial for 12th student. Let's talk about Maxwell equation. Simply we can say that Maxwell equation it explains electric field and magnetic field, or we can say in other words it explains electromagnetism. Then electric field, magnetic field, because electric field and magnetic field both combine, we know electromagnetism. So we can say that Maxwell equation also explains electromagnetism. This equation are given by Maxwell, very genius scientist. We can say that in the era of physics, Maxwell. Simply we can say that Maxwell is very intelligent scientist. Why we can say that Maxwell is very intelligent? Because Maxwell used four equations. Maxwell used four equations which is already given by other scientists, the reputed scientists, very reputed scientists of physics. You know Gauss, you know Faraday, Ampere, and Maxwell just combine these equations and explain in other words and give four equations, and these four equations known as Gauss given two equations, one for electric field and one for magnetic field, and this equation, this four equation is broadly named as Maxwell equation. Maxwell equation. So you can write, after that we start Maxwell first equation. Maxwell equation is based on four laws. First, Gauss law for electric field. You already know very well, because in earlier class in 12th, the first chapter of physics, electrostatics, in which you study this law. Second is Gauss law for magnetic field. This is also covered in magnetic field chapter. And third law is Faraday law for electromagnetism, and you also study about electromagnetism. And fourth is Ampere circuit law, and a very genius scientist Maxwell, this is known as Maxwell first law, Maxwell first equation. This is second equation, this is third equation, and this is fourth equation. Then why we know these equation? This is also discovered in earlier. Then why we know that equation is Maxwell equation? Because Maxwell combine that equation, in other way compile these equation, and also give us differential and integral form of these equations. So we call this equation as Maxwell equation. You can write, after that we study Maxwell first equation, very important equation. On, you know, this equation is based on Gauss law for electric field. Okay. Maxwell first equation. Maxwell first equation. This equation is known as Maxwell first equation. Maxwell first equation. Earlier I said about this. This equation is based on. This equation is based on Gauss law for electric field, and you know very well what is Gauss law for electric field. What is Gauss law for electric field? Because you know Gauss law for electric field states that electric field passing through a closed surface is equal to the product of charge contained in it and 1 upon epsilon. You know E dot dA is equal to Q upon epsilon naught. This is Gauss law for electric field. We can state in other words, electric field passing through the closed surface is equal to the Q times of 1 upon epsilon naught. What is epsilon naught? Permeability. Sorry, this is emissivity of free space. This Q is charge, and E, you know very well, electric field. And this is the Gauss law for electric field. If we consider charge is uniformly distributed in that surface, if we consider charge is let's suppose this is the surface. If charge Q is uniformly distributed in this surface, then we say other word which is Q, a new term, sorry, not Q, rho. We know rho is volume charge density. What is rho? Volume charge density. You ask a question, what is volume charge density? I will definitely answer this question, because three type of density you studied in your 12th class. Because three parameter: length, area and volume. If charge per length, it is linear charge density. If we consider charge per area, this is surface charge density. If we divide charge by volume, then this is volume charge density. Okay, so Q is volume charge density, and this charge is uniformly distributed in this surface. Okay, got it? Then we can say that Q equals to rho dV, because rho equals to Q upon V. Rho equals to Q upon V. Then we say that Q equals to rho dV. If we want to replace this rho dV in this equation, then what will I can rub E dot dA equals to Q upon epsilon naught, and Q equals to rho dV. Then we can write here Q upon in terms of rho upon epsilon naught into dV. Okay, in left side there is E dot dA. Okay, and this part I can rub. Then E dot dA equals to rho constant, epsilon naught, emissivity of free space also constant. Then in integration part, there is only dv. Okay, earlier I studied a topic, Gauss divergence theorem. Gauss divergence theorem 2 or 3 days, I think yesterday, it is about this topic. Gauss divergence theorem says that E dot dA for any surface equals to divergence of that vector field. Okay, this is equation 1, equation 2, equation 3. If we replace EDA in equation 3, then this is equation 4. By equation 3 and 4, we can write here, because this is EDA. EDA equals to divergence of E dV equals to Q upon epsilon naught dV. Okay, this equation is known as Maxwell first equation. This equation known as Maxwell first equation, and this is the integral form of Maxwell equation. Sir, what about differential form? Okay, next we talk about differential form. This is integral form of Maxwell equation. Anyone ask you what is the integral form of Maxwell equation, then you can say this is the Maxwell integral form. Okay, after that we talk about differential form. Divergence of E dV equals to, what will come here? E dot dA equals to divergence of E dV. This is the Maxwell equation integral form. Okay, and we use this equation as divergence of E dV equals to Q upon epsilon naught dV. Then this is the integration of dV, and this is also integration of dV. Can we write here divergence of E equals to Q upon epsilon naught? From this equation, I think I can write, then divergence of E del dot E equals to Q upon epsilon. And yes, students, this equation is known as differential equation. Yeah, differential form of Maxwell first equation. This is the differential form of Maxwell equation. I simply use this formula, and further I can also write del dot epsilon naught E equals to Q. And dear friends, epsilon naught into E is a very interesting term. This is not as D, denoted as D. What is D? Displacement vector. This is displacement vector. We can also write del dot sorry because this is not q upon epsilon naught, this is rho upon epsilon naught, rho, this is rho, because when we talk about volume charge density, then volume charge density rho equals to q upon dv, then q equals to rho dv. Okay, this formula we can use, and there is not q, this is rho, rho upon epsilon naught. Okay, then this is rho, and epsilon e equals to d, then we can say that del dot d equals to rho. Dear friends, this is the total, I think Maxwell first equation is completed, because we study about what is Maxwell equation, and we also talk about Maxwell differential form, and after that we talk about integral form. Okay, this is the completed Maxwell equation. Next Maxwell second equation completed in lecture number 7. Thank you.